wonderful welcome, souls and spirits. It's your girl, Sid MC Soulset, and welcome to another exciting video. And welcome back to some more Dream Daddy. So yes, this is part 3. If you have not seen me play the first 2 parts, go ahead and watch those. And well, all I can tell you what happened in the last part, I was kind of fangirling like crazy. I mean, my heart was racing. Like I felt I was boiling. I mean, I was hardcore fangirling over like a character that I'm probably gonna date or not in this game. I don't know. But this game is like, to me, is styled kind of like Doki Doki, like storyline, and then there are some choices that I can pick, like to like dialogues and stuff. But anyways, I'm calm. I'm cool, I'm collected, and I am ready to continue this game. It's a little weird, but it's kind of my type of weirdness, if you kind of catch my drift. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna continue. Sunlight streams in between the slats of the blinds. My head is pounding. I really overdid it last night. Wait a minute. This isn't my old house, or my new house. There is so much beer and cigarettes everywhere. And clothes. Okay. Well, we could, if you don't know what happened in the last part, go ahead and watch that, because you'll understand about where I am here. But, oh, right. I look around for Robert, but find myself alone. Hello? There's a clatter from the bathroom, and the door opens. Robert is fully dressed and grabs his keys. That was fun. Oh, yep. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was. Whoa. Gotta keep my cool composure. I mean, you are yummy, but you should go. Wow. I should go? Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting. I mean, you're a very yummy man, but, talk to you later? Robert cracks a smile. Oh my goodness, he looks so. Why? Sure, you're close over there. Oh wait, I'm not clothed. I hastily get dressed and throw myself out. The sun is unbearably bright. I need to lie down. I start to make my way back home when I suddenly remember. Amanda! I rush back home and throw the door open. Something smells delicious. Amanda? Amanda runs out of the kitchen and looks slightly disappointed. Aw, man, I was kinda hoping you had gotten kidnapped and I was gonna have to come rescue you. No, I made a friend at the bar last night and ended up sleeping over at his place. And there wasn't really much sleeping, but where are the others? They left a little while ago. Oh, you guys have fun? Yeah, watched some movies, ate snacks, stole a car, you know, usual sleepover stuff. Ha, you joke. Stole a car. Ah, you teens and your larceny. So, this breakfast that's cooking, what's that all about? Well, there's hash browns and eggs and bacon! Can I?
Dad.
Yes, you can have some breakfast. Bless you, sweet child. Oh, bless you. My head throbs. Ugh, I gotta do something about this hangover. Amanda, your loving father might have overdone it last night. With a glug glug glug. Ooh, somebody's hungover. Father of the year. Ding ding ding. You wouldn't happen to have any aspirin or...
Alright.
I've got just the thing. Hang on. Amanda runs to the fridge and pulls out a jar of pickles. Amanda? What?
Alright.
Drink this. The pickle juice? That sounds disgusting.
What?
Yep, it's what I use once, I would assume someone would use. I would also assume that. It works pretty well. Although, I've never tried it before and won't try it, obviously. Amanda, Who raised you, Amanda Ann, or give her a stern yet resigned side eye? Oh, Amanda Ann! Amanda Ann! Who gave you alcohol? Was it one of the various Emmas in your life?
Oh.
Dad, chill. Amanda, I have never had an ounce of chill in my life, and you should know that by now. You better not be drinking alcohol in this household. Uh-huh, just drink the juice. This better work. I down a sip of the tart juice. No, more than that. Way more than that.
Ah.
I mean, I assume. Watch it, you. I drink more pickle juice and help myself to the delicious breakfast that Amanda has graciously allowed me to partake in. After inhaling some hash browns and dunking several pieces of bacon into runny egg yolk, I'm starting to feel a little better. Amanda grabs her backpack and keys.
Huh.
Welp, I gotta get to class. Don't forget the meeting with Mr. Vega, okay? He said it was important. Love ya. I'll be there. Knock 'em dead, kiddo. Always do. We do our secret handshake and she's off. I get a little work done at home before I glance at my watch and see that it's almost time for the meeting. I hop in the shower, change clothes, and head on my way, still a little hungover. I arrive at Amanda's school and check in at the front desk. They gave me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on my way. I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully nobody will notice. I check my watch and am relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Wait, was it 1:03 or 1:08? I spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him for help. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. I know it's a sigh, but I think the action is more better. But come on, kid, I'm late for a meeting. Mr. Who? Mr. Vega? I don't know. Have you tried the exit? Okay, Mr. Wise Guy, are you gonna help me or not? Fine, up those stairs and to the left. Can't miss him. I head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. I get back to where that low-rent Gerard Way is standing, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker.
Oh.
Lucien, don't you have a third period to get to? Excuse me. Fine, Mr. Vega. Wow! Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not cool. You must be Edward. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back? Mr. Vega leads me in and I take a seat in one of the comically small students' desks in the back. I might get stuck in this. Alright, where were we? Now who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye? Yes, Colin? Colin stands up and does a thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow and to make a fart noise. The whole class erupts in laughter. Alright, everybody, very funny. Colin, please sit down. Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that the bell for the end of the period rings. All of the students immediately get up and make a break for the door.
Sweet Manchego.
Remember to do the reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook. Nobody's listening. Or not, I guess. Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs. Middle schoolers, right? Don't you teach high schoolers? Both, you know, budget cuts. Right. Thanks so much for coming in. No problemo, Mr. Vega.
Oh.
Please, call me Hugo. I don't normally do these impromptu parents-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior. What's going on? Amanda has never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I normally chalk this up to senioritis, but what? This is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hadn't even crossed my mind that something might be wrong. I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home? We just moved, she's fine, or she has a tendency to bother things up. Well, we honestly just moved. But that's as honest as I'll be. We just moved recently, but it was only to the other side of town, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was. So I mean, she might have the tendency to bottle it up. See, if you can talk to her about it, I know she values you a great deal and would appreciate your guidance if she keeps heading down this road. I know how important art school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on scholarship money that she clearly deserves. I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo.
Hey.
Anytime. On my way out, I stopped thinking for a moment. I turned to Hugo. Hey, Hugo. Yes? They ever catch that rye? That. Yes. How am I getting the hearts? Like, what does the hearts mean? I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force for positivity in my life, especially after we lost her mother. Amanda must be done with classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home, and maybe I can talk to her about what's going on. I pull up to the carpool and Amanda hops in the passenger seat. So, did you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually just gossiped about our celebrity crushes. So you talked about Mario Batali the whole time? It was a very productive meeting. I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner? Sure thing. We can make something at home, or let's go to the mall food court. I mean, mall? I mean, girls like shopping, and plus, we're new to the town. It would be nice to explore the new mall. But does that sound good to you? Like dinner at the mall? Plus, nice takeout would probably cheer her up. But yeah, sure, why the mall? Jeez, can't a dad take his daughter to the mall? Will you buy me things? I will buy you a thing. Singular. Sounds like a deal to me. We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents, and that's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay, but also sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective because you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. Well, this is a good life lesson here. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to share. Love you. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vegas said you haven't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vegas' class. It's fine. He's fine. We pull up to a stoplight and I eye Amanda. She's still texting. I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything. I can tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school? Yep.
Huh?
Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny? It's I don't think you get it. Okay. Who you texting? Noah? Who's Noah? My friend? Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah?
Ah.
What? No. Dad? Ugh. I can't believe you would.
Ugh.
Dad? I mean, jeez. Why would you? Ugh. Gross. Sorry. Just asking. Dad, he's just my friend. A friend and nothing more. Guys and girls can be friends. He is my friend. Yeah, like, I have friends who are guys. So, it's the 21st century, so come on. Okay. Jeez. This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation is over. To the mall, then! We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. The mall looks so nice, like the art quality stuff. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Language, Missy. Heck yeah! Better. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar, bread with cheese on it, or do you just want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in. These are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious. We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So... something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? Ah, which one? Which meme? All memes?
Dad.
Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hands. Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time a meme gets to you, Dad, all us youths have already done the joke to death. And what's worse than that is that movies and TV and video games will try to jump in on a meme train, but just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out, so it just states it and it isn't funny. Oh, what up? Oh, Poop, what up?
Ugh.
I sound like I'm singing. Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject, where to now? Wanna go to that golf store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as an anti-establishment despite being an exact representation of the establishment? I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one you can buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s? Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time.
Huh.
Oh, that one! Amanda runs into the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back. There it is. You can still see the outline, kinda. I'm so proud. Speech. Amanda.
Yeah.
Speech. Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting.
Huh.
Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann Spirits had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead Gotham Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which is to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda is moved. She begins clapping, slow at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head. Oh hey, chain wallets! While Amanda busies herself for looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for her dad to look at in a Dead Gotham Beyond. Peruse the band t-shirts, look at ironic mugs, or check the clearance bin for hot deals. I wanna maybe ironic mugs. It sounds funny. I wanna know some funny irony jokes. Like, what jokes will they do there? But I'm suddenly stricken by existential fear. If there's only one number one dad, then why are there so many mugs here that say that? This whole time, I thought I was the only one. If I'm not number one, where do I place on the global dad ranking charts? Probably at the lowest. Like, I'm very, very down there, right on the, the bottom slot of global dad rankings. Well, I have work to do. Look, this is very important to me. I overhear a stifled argument over at the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. He looks... Why? He's like a vampire. He's like so he's so mysterious. Why does that attract me that he's so mysterious? I can see that. Don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here.
What?
Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. Again, my name is in it! Edward! Edwardian. I hope I'm pronouncing words right. If I'm not, I am sorry. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I have outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. The man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they are Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. Why does he have to be so mysterious? Oh my goodness. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it goes. Hey, Datron 5000. Oh wait, she looks sad. Why am I saying it so happy? But yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy, thanks! At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier.
Huh.
I love your hair. I love your hair. I love the pink. Oh my gosh. Wow, I went sassy. The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. Just keep that hatred away from me. So, what was that guy's deal? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard, I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. Oh my goodness, Damien. Oh, I love that name. She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Amanda and I sit on the couch trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh cool, Long Haul Paranormal Ice where Ghost Truckers is on. Your favorite, right? Oh hell yes! They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but also, they're hunting ghosts. It's like a spin-off rip-off of Ghostbusters. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin-brother truck driving and ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no, the ghosts got control of the truck. I can't steer on them. They're darn ice roads. Also, is there a spelling error for can't? Because why was there an I in there? Let me use this EVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Oh wait, are they in an accent? That's why it sounds fancy-ish. Flint, we're about to die. Ah, almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like it's saying you're going to die. That's because we are about to die, you! This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogburn after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Z. Oh, we're back with falling asleep again. Let me try, Morning, sleepyhead. 5 more minutes. You have never ever let me have 5 more minutes, so get up. Fine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves and one desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. Oh, so you're making a coffee table, like a mini desk, when you're supposed to make a book? Okay, yeah, okay. So, you excited for the cookout today? Excited to beef up my grilling skills, or if there's food I'm excited, or well, beef up my grilling skills. I'll see this as a learning opportunity. If I can snake some hot grill tips, I think we can consider it a success. Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We will get that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. The social butterfly. I like that nickname. Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late. What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to a cookout on time? You know what? We're going early, just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. I guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through a sprinkler and adults chat in small clusters. I set our veggie plate down on a table next to the other veggie plates. Huh. Hey, there's Joseph. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Or wide open. Why do I picture him going, hey! And arms wide open, but welcome! I'm so glad you two are here. And you brought veggies.
Oh.
Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Krish, my eldest.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, he looks so grumpy. This is Christian and Christy. They're twins.
Huh?
Twins? Oh, they stare creepily and say nothing. Oh my goodness! They're almost like the twins in The Shining, like where they're all like, come play with us. Just their face just clearly says Shining twins. Also, what's with the C names? Like Krish's names. Then of course there's our youngest Krish. Wait, didn't you name? Wait, you name your eldest and your youngest the same name? Wait, where is Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh no, it's the woman from the bar the other night. What is she doing here? Well, apparently we found out that the woman at the bar is, I think, the wife of Joseph. Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? Wow. Yeah, I can see her way in bed now, but, Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. Why does a good-looking guy like Joseph have a weird woman like Mary and creepy children? Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to. Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor Edward and his daughter Amanda. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. You and glasses of wine. I love her. Of course you do, Amanda. You love her mood. But nice to, meet you, Mary, for the first time. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Mary leaves. Oh goodness, this is so awkward. I wonder if Joseph knows. I wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. I wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know, and my brain is going all scrambled. It takes all of my energy not to run away from the barbecue and start fresh in a new city. Hahaha, my wife has a wonderful sense of humor. But please, you two, enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I pick at some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. Ugh, I don't want to have to make friends.
Oh.
Come on, Dad. Who are you gonna party with when I go off to school? But I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad. Ugh. They're gonna talk about weather. Go, do it. Make a friend. But how could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting. This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Wow, I got replaced so quickly. Amanda shoves me into the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party and am surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? Oh my goodness, no way. Oh, dang! Robert's here. Oh my goodness. Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Well, more like my face. It bonked in my face, but isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Gotham Beyond and looks like a mysterious vampire? What? Why do I like guys that are so mysterious, aesthetic? But isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know Greg! With little baby River! Wait a second. All of these people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I better investigate. Talk to Robin and Brian, Matt, Hugo, and Craig, Joseph and Damien, or just burger time. Nah, I should probably be nice and socialize with all the possible dads I'll be dating, so let's talk to Matt, Hugo, and Greg. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Greg looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place, and to try to take something like that, say, the Rococo period, and compare it to the postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they didn't notice me. Greg leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Talk to Greg or listen in on Matt and Hugo. Well, I mean, Greg is talking to me, so it would be nicer to talk to him. Like, don't ignore him. And, like, I want to, like, acknowledge his, presence. So I turn my attention to Greg, who seems a little more attentive to my existence. Besides, it would be rude to ignore him. So how'd resistance training go the other day?
Oh.
great. Little River here is a great cheerleader. Aren't you, tiny bro?
Yeah, she's cute little nugget.
Greg grabs River's arms and waves them around.
She's a cute little tiny nugget. Ah,
I'm so obsessed with her.
oh, she's smiling so cute, but you can do it, Dad. I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry for pooping on you.
She must be a handful at that age.
Hmm?
Oh, they always are.
Bro!
But it's so worth it! Greg grabs River's arms again and waves them around.
Hmm?
Also, I'm sorry for throwing up on you, Dad.
How are you settling in? Almost done. The new place is perfect, sir. I never get too comfortable. Well, the place is perfect. It's really cozy and the neighborhood is beautiful. I'm so glad we moved here. Because I got to meet all the dads that I'll possibly be dating. And I'm even more glad that we're right next to my old best friend. Greg gives me a playful punch on the shoulder. Ow! I remember that hurting less in the past. All because Greg was less rip. So it was less punchy, hurty. I just realized Matt and Hugo are like twinning with the glasses, but just their chocolate skins are different. Like one is more toffee, like caramel,
Nice.
and the other like, I don't know, but I got distracted. Anyway, sorry, I've been doing push-ups and stuff. Edward, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly.
Hey.
Seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us. What is it, sweetheart?
It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it.
Hey.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Am I cool now? Oh, you look adorable. The girl stares at him, thinking it over.
Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey.
Ouch! Hey, Edward. This is my daughter. Hello?
I'm Carmencita.
Huh.
Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look! I'm making friends! Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop and my old uni friend and your teacher? Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah, I like how the voice actor is like, yes! You still gonna get me that overdue term paper?
Aww.
Great seeing you. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger guns move from me. I'm very proud. Well, should I be proud? She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go? Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide.
Sweet Manchego.
Ernest! Ernest Hemingway Vega! Are you smoking? Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into the gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right? Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants, nearly burned down half the yard. Wait, how is that possible if you shove it down someone's pants? And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half of the yard. Arsonist! Psychopath arsonist! And then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half of my yard too. Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Oh my goodness, look at him! Hugo's son! Hey everybody, sorry about that, Edward. This is my son, Ernest. He looks like a gangster that takes drugs, or does drugs for a living. This is what happens when you take drugs! Just don't take drugs in school. The funniest thing is, Hugo's a teacher, but his son is like a gangster. Hello! Ernest looks away, sulking his hands shoved deep into his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Does it matter? Ernest! Okay, I'm in the 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Wait, you're in the 8th grade and you're like smoking? That is too young, dude! Yeah. Good for you.
Oh.
Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch! What a burr for psychopath gangster arsonist. Ernest! Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. And my headphones are slipping off. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head on his hands and sighs. Oh, head in his hands. I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber. See that right there? You can't say that.
Oh.
My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Greg? How long do we get to be the cool dads?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Hey.
I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hear puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18 and she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter. Amanda! I'm cool, right? No, I'm being embarrassment. Amanda just laughs. She keeps on laughing. And laughing and laughing and laughing. I'm such an embarrassment. I see your point.
Oh.
As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right, but it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come to a time when it won't be like that. Is university when that happens?
Oh. Hey.
Don't let us eat up your time, Edward. Go meet some other people around the neighborhood. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to end it there. So thank you, Spiritual, so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, give your love and support by sharing and liking this video. And also, if you have other videos you want me to do for this channel, please let me know down in the comments below because that would be highly appreciated. And, okay, so we kind of already met all the dads we'll be possibly dating. Like, we are, like, when I played this the first time, we already met Joseph. And then in the second part, we met, like, Brian and Matt, and then I think, and definitely Robert, yeah. So we have our, oh, as well, and also Greg, as Greg before Robert. and then in this part, we met Damien and Hugo, Mr. Vega. So we've met all the dads, and now we're gonna probably talk with them, get to know them, and I don't know what's gonna happen next. So if you enjoy this weird game, let me know, because I'm enjoying it. Anyways, goodbye. and have a spiritual day.